hear a lot about the Apple Vision Pro, but even more important, you're going to start hearing the term spatial computing, which is part of the next chapter of how humans are going to interact with the digital world. Up until this point, we've been in the personal computing and mobile computing era. How we interact with the digital world is through our computers or through our phone. But in spatial computing, the space around us is the computer. The digital world is overlaid on the physical world. You don't lose sight of what's going on in the physical world. You still see everything that's in the actual room that you're in. But everything that would have been on your phone or on your computer screen is just laid in front of you. And we interact with it simply by moving our fingers and moving our eyes, phasing out physical keyboards, and eventually devices more broadly, and I'll get to that in a second. Now, arguably the best spatial computing product is the Apple Vision Pro. Here's a screenshot of a Wall Street journalist cooking. She's able to pull up the recipes and instructions right on top of the actual things that she's making. While FaceTiming with loved ones currently looks like this in the Vision Pro, it will eventually look like this, as if they're actually in the room with us. And that will get more and more real and immersive over time. Picture what entertainment will or could become. Now, you're going to hear a lot of people say, I would never wear or buy this product. It looks crazy. It's $4,000. It's really heavy. And that's kind of all true. And that's because this product isn't necessarily supposed to go mainstream. It is very inaccessible because it's a transition product. This is just the beginning of the era of spatial computing and the beginning of the end of the era of smartphones and more personal computing. We're talking like a 10-year transition here. But eventually, these products won't be massive headsets. They'll be smaller ambient devices. Picture like an AI-powered AirPod, then AI-powered smart glasses, and perhaps eventually contacts. What I love about spatial computing is it's less leaving the moment like we do with cell phone. Instead, just overlaying what we need on top of the physical world. And let's not forget, a product that was supposed to fail miserably was the iPhone. It's forecasted that nobody would use it. So as I've said time and time again, smartphones will eventually go away, as the history of phones has always shown. I mean, where's your home phone? And always remember,
but every technology is fundamentally a bridge to the next technology.
Shalom. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elders of Great Millstone as GMS. Peace and blessings to the Akim and a few Akwat across the four winds. It's your brother Batamayim from Great Millstone, Houston, coming to you with another lesson. You know, and Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. We're coming into the time of judgment, you know, that hour of temptation. Mainly the micro Charagma. All roads lead to the micro Charagma. And you can see by this technology that Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, is pushing. Hey, we're in that time where our salvation draweth nigh. As I follow Lil Duval, you know, he's a comedian, but he posts a lot of, you know, futuristic type things on his post. And it really, like reading a lot of the comments, you can see a lot of people don't understand what's going on around them. They're going to be immersed in the metaverse. You know, they're going to be distracted with all this bread and circus that's going on, et cetera, et cetera. And then you already have, I seen T-Pain already promoting it. He was basically saying, why is he stuck in reality or whatnot, opposed to being in this colorful, you know, metaverse pretty much through this Apple Vision Pro. But hey, everything leads to the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast in Revelation. And that's what I wanted to go into. But Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. I actually wanted to get the definition of, what is this? Spatial computing. And I just seen it on Wikipedia. Spatial computing is any of various human-computer interaction techniques that are perceived by users as taking place in the real world in and around their natural bodies and physical environments, instead of constrained to or perceptually behind computer screens. This concept inverts the long-standing practice of teaching people to interact with computers in digital environments, and instead teaches computers to better understand and interact with people more naturally in the human world. This concept overlaps with others, including extended reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, natural user interface, contextual computing, affective computing, and ubiquitous computing. The usage for labeling and discussing these adjacent technologies is imprecise. And that's pretty much all that I really want to read. But it just goes to show you that Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, he has this artificial technology. He wants to take you out of reality. He wants to put you in the metaverse. That's why they constantly pushing the metaverse. You see the movie Ready Player One goes into it real heavy. It's actually a really good movie to watch for the times that we're in. You know, it really wasn't a bad movie, but when you watch the movie with a spiritual eye, it's a lot heavier than what it seems. And then there was something else at the end that he said that really struck my spirit to want to do this lesson. It should be about to come up. Matter of fact.
So as I've said time and time again, smartphones will eventually go away, as the history of phones has always shown. I mean, where's your home phone?
Yeah, see, they're trying to get rid of phones, your computers.
It's fundamentally a bridge to the next technology.
So that bridge to the next technology, that's what I wanted to get. That bridge to the next technology is going to be what? That RFID microchip, that grain of rice that's going to go underneath your skin so that you can buy or sell. And I'm going to get the precepts that, it goes to your right hand or your hands or even in your forehead, but anywhere in your body. They're trying to connect you to the blockchain. They want you to be connected to, a one world civilization, but it's not going to be in reality. They want you to be stuck in your homes, and then you put these on and you can escape. Now, we want to escape captivity. We want to be able to rule in righteousness, because this is wicked. First precept I had, Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now the he is Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. But also, you're going to have these other heathen nations. You're going to have the Chinese, Japanese, the so-called Africans. You're going to have all these other heathen nations. They're also going to buy into this also. Everything is leading towards a one style of government, I should say. A new world organization, I'll say. But it's going to cause everybody, whether you're rich or poor, if you're top celebrity to the least, they want to be able to track every move that you make, every transaction that you make. They want to track everything. They want to see if you're going to have any type of sicknesses coming. Man, it's a long laundry list of what they want to do. They want to connect you to your bank account. They want to connect your medical records. They want to pretty much virtually know any and everything about you, your thoughts. That's why they have the artificial intelligence, to pre-predict. I said pre-predict, to predict, before you do something, the things that you like. This man believes that he is God. As a matter of fact, let me grab that. I didn't even have that on the list. Give me 1 second. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Now, when you go into the word devil, that means to deceive. So don't be deceived by this devil. Because what does he want to do? He wants to implant that micro charagma into you. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we know and understand that the mark of the beast is that RFID microchip. He wants to implement that device inside of you so he can track you. It's going to have a GPS system in it, etc., etc. But Satan is is the adversary. He's your enemy. The scriptures in Sirach chapter 12, verse 10 say, never trust thine enemy. And don't be ignorant of his devices. That means you're supposed to know what's going on around you, being circumspect. So like it back in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Okay, and then I'm finishing back in verse 3. The falling away first came in 70 AD. And then the man of sin is Esau Edom, the son of perdition. That means perdition goes into destruction. Everything he touches, he destroys. And ultimately, what he wants to do, he wants to destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But his main goal is he wants to push this artificial intelligence because he feels like he doesn't need Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Yahweh is the Most High, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Is only Salakia. Yahweh is the Most High, whom the world ignorantly calls God. His only begotten Son is Yahweh Shah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that worship, or Salakia, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And this wicked man believes that he's God through this technology, but everything that he has, that he learned, is all through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Everything comes from above. But he's so proud that he doesn't want to give the Lord the credit, but that's what he was created for. He's created to do exactly what he's doing. Ultimately, to push the micro Charagma, which is the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. We're going to constantly say it. Back in Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to buy or sell without this mark. Once you go into that word mark, is Charagma. It's a stamp or incision. They're going to put that grain of rice inside of you. Lord willing, we are protected from that. We don't want to take it. We don't need it. We need to be saved by Yahweh Shai, ultimately through Yahweh. But you have people out here, especially in Israel, saying, well, it don't say you could take it in your left hand, and, mocking and scoffing, which in the last days we know it's going to be a lot of scoffers until Jacob's trouble hits him right in the face, and then it's going to be all seriousness. Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. I just want to go into showing that it doesn't just have to be in your right hand. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh power, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Mashiach 1,000 years. So, some of us may be beheaded. They pushing those guillotines, but we got to strive for the truth unto death. Sirach 4:28. And you're not supposed to worship this beast system. It resembles Rome. You have the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, which is similar to how it was set up in Rome. But it also says in their foreheads or in their hands. So it made it plural. But the thing is, with this technology is going to give off a lot of radiation. So over time, if you do take it, you're going to be plagued with cancers, and you might have all kind of pus and all kind of, other plagues that'll come upon you. The Lord will plague you for that. And ultimately, he's going to reserve you for those thermonuclear missiles. But Revelation chapter 16, verse 2, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So you worshiping Esau Edom in his system, by be in allegiance with him by taking that mark of the beast, that RFID microchip, you ultimately gonna be destroyed. But when you go into the noisome and grievous, it goes into cancer. You know, you're gonna have all types of cancers from the radiation. And then Esau Edom, they show you in the movie Kingsman, ultimately can turn up the frequencies, you know, have you, as they say, you know, turned up. You know, you're gonna be wanting to fight and all kind of rage is gonna be inside you. You don't know. But also, if you're not playing by their rules, they can just cut it off, or they can make it self-destruct to where, you know, something will explode inside of your body, because once you take that grain of rice, it's gonna mold to the muscles and things like that, like to your skin and to your muscles. So for those who saying that you could take it and take it out, it's not gonna be that easy. You're gonna have some type of surgical. You gotta have some type of surgical way to take it out. But why would you want to play with God anyway? Why would you want to tempt Yahweh Bashem Yahushai by trying to take it and then eat when everything is based upon faith? You're supposed to have faith in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And then the last precepts I had for, if you take that mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, that micro Charagma, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So if you receive it, you cleaved on to Esau Edom. Scriptures in Isaiah 30 and 30, chapter 30, verse 1 and 31 and 1. Woe unto you that go unto Egypt for help. Woe means death, destruction, mourning, and sorrow. Going to Esau Edom for help. I believe it was Ronald Reagan who said, hey, fearful thing to hear is when the government comes to you and say they're here to help. That means ultimately you're going to be destroyed. Revelation chapter 14, verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So you're going to feel the wrath of Yahweh through Yahweh Shai and the holy angels for taking that. You're going to indignation, that's righteous anger. And you're going to be tormented with fire and brimstone, those thermonuclear ICBM missiles. Ultimately, hey, so that'll happen. You better pray to the Lord that you're not going to take it. And I love when brothers say, hey, we can say we're not going to take it, but you got to continuously pray without ceasing. You know, beg and plead with the Lord that he won't allow you to take that micro Charagma. But when the Lord pleads, that means judgment. When we plead, we're begging through prayer. But Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elders of Great Millstone as GMS. Peace and blessings to the Akim and a few Akwath across the four winds. Shalom. And you've been warned, don't take that micro Charagma.